Let me start off by saying I never want to talk about being adopted or my experience from the foster care system. My friends that are elected officials ask me to talk about my experience of the foster care system so it will help other children and adults that are suffering from being adopted or the foster care system. This is not in no shape, form, or fashion a sweeping indictment on my family that love me and I love them very dearly. I have amazing people in my family who have treated me like I was a blood relative, like I was born into this family. However, there are other people who have bad behavior. And I'm no longer going to keep quiet about their bad behavior or my experiences with these people. Like other people that are foster care students, children, and other people that are adopted shouldn't have to tolerate this behavior at all. I have been asked to not put this on social media. I have been asked to drop my lawsuit against Deon and Tracy Brooks. However, who asked them to apologize to me? And if someone did ask them to apologize to me, they didn't want to do it. So therefore, we're proceeding. No one who is adopted or come from the foster care system should have to put up with this type of behavior. I have used this BS to catapult me and use this for fuel for the rocket ship to get me to the next level. From the likes of Mario Winans, who I've worked with for over 30 years. He didn't care if I was adopted. He has sold over 325 million units. Ted Alexander Bishop, who has sold over 475 million units, never asked me to apologize, period, about me being adopted. He's never even talked about, well, I don't want to use your services and I don't want to link up with you. I don't want to be your boy, blah, 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 because you're adopted. It's always I don't want to use a overphrased word like hater, but it's always that one person or two or three or four who have bad behavior towards people that are adopted. So I'm going to let you hear this clip of the voicemail that I was left. I have gotten threats, and I'm going to talk about this after this audio play.
So much to say. Why you won't answer your phone? Don't hide behind a text, motherfucker. Be a man. And I'll go where the fuck I want. And my husband has to say this to you.
And I will bring my wife wherever the fuck I want to your mother's appointments that your ass can get to.
Let me go find you.
And go find your mama that threw your ass out the fucking window.
On January the 12th, after going to palliative care, my family, about my mother, Celia Dale, who was the godmother of Detroit hip hop, she opened the door and let everybody come in her house to record, which I had a studio in the basement, and it was shared at the DIA, which, some family members didn't show up. Deon and Tracy, haters. But anyway, the situation is my mother allowed this to take place, made history. Everybody at the DIA, they were so grateful that my mother had did this for the history of the city of Detroit. And basically, everybody from the earlier years, they came to the studio to record. And we record people whether they had money or not. As explained in this video from the DIA, when, I received, a bunch of praise and I was on the wall of the greatest day in Detroit hip hop history. Shared this with my mother and it was so beautiful. But anyway, I'm not going to tolerate such nasty, heinous behavior towards me. And I don't think anyone that is a foster child, because once you're a foster child, you're always a foster child or adopted. I don't think that we should ever have to tolerate this type of behavior. So I'm calling for a call to action for for people such as myself. Use this for fuel to the fire of people that dismiss you. I've been dismissed in my lifetime. But I want everybody to use this as fuel for the fire. I want the people who act this way to be called out. Whatever you got to do. You got to take them to court. If you got to expose them. If you have to tell other family members, tell. Because some of these people have bad behavior. But there are parents who are great foster parents, great role models, mentors for people such as myself. I salute those people. Some of my friends, mothers, have became like my second, third, fourth mother in life that have helped me just because I was around a nuclear family. I have great people in my family. I have wonderful people in my family who have taken me under their wing, their personal wing, to help develop me. And I salute them. Although I'm not putting their name on this particular video because they may not want to. But I will say about one person in particular. My cousin, Vicki Thomas. Okay, she's taken me up under her wing. Just embrace me. My neighbors that lived 2 doors down the street from me when I lived on Yosemite. James Carmichael, his cousin, Arnell Carmichael, co-lead singer of Radio. Ray has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They have taken me up under their wing. This has been a lot of people who have taken me up under their wing, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate people like Harry Bowens taking me up under their wing. Alex Thomas is a lot of people who have taken me up under their wing, and we have to give a salute to that. I could go on. This video can go on forever talking about the people who have taken me up under their wing to help me out. And I'm taking the mantle to help out other foster and adopted children. So no one will have to go through this type of nonsense and these vicious assaults and this microaggression that has been going on in my life for decades. It's time out for that. So this is just the first video. I have other videos to share too, because I'm going to share my experience. And I'm going to share these voicemails and I'm going to share these recorded calls. Because this has to come to an end. And sooner or later, somebody's going to get wise and say, hey, Jared, I really do want to apologize. But it won't be sincerely, but they'll apologize. Because this video is probably going to embarrass them. And it's going to bring shame upon them, unfortunately. But they brought it on themselves. With that being said, signing off. I'll holler back at y'all on the next video. Peace.